Cursed melody unveiled. In the shadowy corners of an ancient, cobweb-laden attic, there rested a violin of exquisite craftsmanship, its varnish dulled by the passage of centuries. The villagers spoke in hushed tones about its origins, whispering that it once belonged to a prodigious musician named Armand Dupré, who, driven by an insatiable hunger for fame, made a pact with sinister forces. Armand had been promised the adoration of the masses, but the price was steep. His soul was bound to the strings of his beloved instrument, cursed to echo his eternal lament. Each night, as the clock struck midnight, the violin would stir to life, the bow gliding across strings with a spectral grace, unleashing a haunting melody that spoke of betrayal and despair. The mournful notes would seep through the walls of the old manor, drifting out into the village, where they would wrap around the dreams of the unsuspecting, turning rest into restless nightmares. The villagers, once enchanted by Armand's genius, now shuddered at the thought of the music that had become their torment. They spoke of figures seen in the moonlight, shadows that moved with the rhythm of the dirge, as if the spirits of the long dead were summoned to dance. Some claimed that if one listened closely, they could hear Armand's voice, a whisper beneath the melody, pleading for release from his eternal penance. One stormy night, a young musician named Elise, driven by curiosity and a defiant spirit, dared to enter the attic to confront the source of the spectral serenade. As she approached the violin, the air grew thick, and the temperature dropped, her breath visible in the dim light. The instrument seemed to pulse with a life of its own, the strings vibrating in anticipation. Elise, compelled by an unseen force, lifted the bow and played alongside the ghostly notes, her heart pounding in her chest. She felt Armand's presence, a tortured soul entwined with the music, and in that moment of unity, she understood his suffering. Determined to break the curse, Elise played with all her might, channeling every ounce of empathy and sorrow into the melody. The air crackled with electricity, the attic filled with an overwhelming crescendo of sound, until suddenly, there was silence. The violin lay still at her feet, its curse lifted, and the spirits at last set free. Yet, as Elise descended from the attic, she couldn't shake the feeling that the violin's story was not yet over. Its strings still hummed with the memory of Armand's lament, a silent promise that the music would never truly fade. And so, each night, as the village slept, Elise dreamed of the violin's haunting song, forever echoing in her soul.